What's up, world? Lee here with Sticks, Strings, and Other Things, my teeny tiny little corner of the internet, where today I'm giving you a Flosstube extra, and this extra is my full plans, my full stitching plans for 2026. Because I already have them, and they're spread all around me. It's going to be a blast. These are just for the stitching, the knitting and the other crafting. We're not discussing that today. We are only discussing the stitching. I have some water. We're gonna need it. So one of the first things that I am planning on doing in 2026 is I'm going to be doing a new moon, new start. So every new moon of 2026, I have a planned start. And those starts are all being pulled from things that I have had kitted since at least 2025 or earlier. And some are much earlier. None of these new moon, new starts can be things that I get and do in 2026. I did show my entire bin of options. I have made some specific choices for what I am stitching on certain months, and I'm going to show those to you today. The first one is I will be starting on, sorry, I have some notes right here and I need them because I'm telling you the date of the new moon. On January 18, the first new moon of the year, I will be starting The Old Winter by Primitive Hare. And if you have any of these and you want to start them with me, feel free. That's why I'm kind of doing this. February 17, I will be starting Hope Song by Heartstring Samplery. March, I don't even have some of them in things. March, I will be starting Modern Folk Embroidery's Song of the Nightingale because it is gorgeous, and I don't know, March and nightingales seem to go together, though there's a song about a nightingale singing in a square in London, and I don't remember what month they use, but I'm starting this in March. That's all that matters. April, I don't have one specifically chosen yet. It will be chosen from that list that I showed earlier. May, I will be doing The Merry Month of May by The Work Basket. June, I will be starting Blackbird's Designs Their Song. July, oh, I should be telling you the dates, sorry. That would be May 16 and June 16. Those are the new moons. July 14, I will be starting Peacock Pin Keep by, who is this? Cottage Card. August will be the 12th. I do not have anything specifically planned. September 11th, I will be starting Sanderson Sampler by Scarlet House. And then on October 11th, I will be starting Scream House by Just Nan. I have nothing specifically chosen for November 10th or December 9th. So there are 4 spots that are a semi-wild card. I'll say semi because it will be from that list of things that have been kitted for a while. So those are my planned new moon, new starts. Will there be other new starts in the year? Oh yeah, there will be. But this way I am guaranteed to start some of the things that I have had kitted for a while. And otherwise they just kind of sit there and don't get started because the new pretty shiny comes up. And this way I will be at least starting some of them. And starting things on the new moon is a good thing. So that's one of my plans. I hope to stick to these plans. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I made about half the year this year. We'll see how well I do in 2026. But this is my plan right now, and I hope I stick to it. I'm going to cross my fingers, and hopefully you all can keep me on board. I have chosen to pull out a handful of whips and I am going to focus on finishing them. I have chosen one from each year that they have been set aside. So I have a WIP from before 2019, so earlier than 2020 when I came back to stitching. Then I've chosen a WIP that I started in 2020. A WIP I started in 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. I have not chosen the WIP for 2025 yet, but it'll be one of the ones I started this year. Let me lean and grab. One moment. So I am hoping that I can finish each one of these. Now, am I going to stick with one and work on it until it gets finished? Am I going to rotate them? I don't know about those details. All I know is I have chosen one thing, one piece from each year, and I want to get it. I want to focus on finishing it. The first one is the one I have chosen from my 2020, earlier than 2020 WIPs, and that will be Maidens of the Seasons by Mirabilia. And here's where she stands right now. So I want to focus on finishing her. I'm over here in August, that would be autumn, and I have done none of the beading. That is I'm calling it 2019. It was started before 2019, but I'm calling it my 2019. Of the pieces I still have going from 2020, I have chosen to focus on, she doesn't want to come out, Jane Reese by Scarlet Letter. And that is where she stands. So you can see why I'm trying to focus on some of these. Some of them are quite close to a finish. And they just need that little bit of focus, that little bit of push. So my cardigan will not stay on. So that was for the 2020. From 2021, I'm going to focus on Lady Lazarus by Monster Bubbles. Now, I keep going back and forth on whether or not I'm going to restart this one. If I restart it, I will also consider to focus on the finish. It's not a very large one, but I'm not very happy with some of the colors. And I keep putting it off, restarting it, or finishing it, or doing whatever. This will make me focus on doing it. And this is why I'm not very happy. You can't read it. You can't read it. So at the very least, those letters have to come out. And that is my focus for my starts from 2021. Of my starts from 2022, I have chosen A Mind Independent and Free from Carriage House Sampling. Let me find her. So again, I've got a huge chunk done. She just needs a little more work. So I have all of that. I just have that bottom portion. From 2023, I don't have very many WIPs left, which is good. But what I do have, I haven't done very much of. I did the Gather Round series when it came out, and I only did the first set, so the first set of 3. And I think I stitched the second set and didn't finish them. And so I want to finish the rest of them. And with this specific one, I want to finish and fully finish all of it. I'm not exactly sure where I am in everything, but I do know I've done some. Okay, so for whichever series of months I'm on, I've done that one and just that. And since there's one for each season, I'm not even halfway finished. But these are small. So that is from 2023. And from 2024, my focus will be Companion to the Beatrix Potter Sampler. And that is where she is. So those are what I am calling my focus on a finish. If magically I get through every single one of those and I finish every single one of those next year, I will pull out another set, essentially. But I'm not going to pull out new focuses on a finish until those focuses are, all of them, are finished. So that might not be next year. That might be in 2 years. I don't know. But my plan is those are the ones I'm going to focus on finishing because they need it. And now I'm going to pause for just a second to clean up a little bit because there's a lot. And I will be right back for the rest of my plans. Okay. So those are my starts and my focus on a finish pieces. The other things that I want to work on are the 3 BAPs that I currently have going. I don't know how much I want to get done on each of them. I have a pie in the sky, but I haven't really looked at the numbers for it, of getting to 10% on each one of them next year. I don't know if that's reasonable, but what I do want is to get progress on each of them, at the very least. The first one, I'm actually working on it right now, so it's in a Q-Snap. But it is Heaven and Earth Designs Middle-earth Map. It is my oldest whip. I've had it on the go for ages. And here's where we are now. I'm just right in that upper right-hand corner. And yeah, I park, so it is kind of a mess. I've done this in several different ways in the past, but right now I'm doing it on the diagonal, and I happen to like doing that. So, Middle-earth Map. She's currently at 8-something%. I know that because I'm working on her currently. The others, I have no clue what their percentage is right now, but they are both smaller than this one. So, want to get some decent progress done on her. Another one is Meeting on the Turret Stair by Golden Kite. Oh, this one's just so pretty, and someday I want to go see it. I want to go see this watercolor. It's just, I love it. It is on a scroll frame, so it's kind of a faff to move about. But there we are with her. So I'm just starting to get in on her head and getting into her face. There she is. It's so pretty. One second. This one's hard to move. So again, I want to get her to maybe 10%. Again, I'm not sure exactly how far I need to get for her for 10%. And the last one I currently have started is Gecko Rouge Gamer Nouveau. And that's all I have on her. But again, maybe 10%? I don't know. So those are my BAPs. Seal her up a little better. Those are my BAPs that I want to get some progress on. What else do I want to do? Oh, there's so much. This is why. Is this a little too much? We'll find out. We'll find out. If I need to pull back, these are the ones that I really want to focus on. If the rest of my plans, I want to do them. I'm hoping I can do them. If this becomes too much, this is where things will pause when things are busy. except for the first one I'm going to mention. My New Year New Start, which is going to be Modern Folk Embroidery's new stitch along. I haven't purchased it yet, but I am going to do that, and I want to keep up with it like I did this year and hopefully finish it in October or November. So imagine that here. It's beautiful and I want to start it. So I will be keeping up with that. I have been doing Andrew the Runner Stitcher's Whip into Shape. He's finished with his marathon training, but I am continuing on with working on that piece on Sundays. I am rolling a D4 and I am doing whatever 100 number of stitches that the D4 rolls. If I roll a 2, I'm doing 200 stitches. And the piece that I am working on is Thriller by Sampler Code. And for this one, at least, if I continue with it and I end up finishing it, I will not be replacing this one. Basically, I am at the bottom of this piece. I just have this, a center portion, this border again, and then the end. So if I keep up with it, that would be the back. Let's try the front. Hey, I couldn't tell my back from my front. You probably could. I couldn't. Here's the front. This is the front. There we go. If I miraculously finish this, I will not be replacing it. But it's pretty. This year I've been doing a motif a week on And a Forest Grew by Rosewood Manor. And I've very much been enjoying it. It doesn't feel overwhelming that way, and I quite like it. So I'm going to continue to do that next year. If I can get the piece back in the bag. We'll find out. And there we are. So, still a long way to go, but I got a chunk. And a motif a week isn't a lot, but over enough weeks, it starts to add up. Another of the monthly pieces that I want to do is my Village of Hawthorne Hollow. Again, by Carriage House Sampling. This was my 12 by 12 last year. I stitched an hour in each square, and then I've been doing 1,000 stitches in each square. So month 1 I did 1,000, month 2 I did 1,000, month 3 I did 1,000. Right now I am planning on using this again for my 12 by 12, and also doing the same thing with 1,000 stitches in a block per month. Obviously I have not yet done December's because I'm filming this in November, but that is where she stands right now. And again, I'm showing you the back. That is where she stands right now. Gracious. Not doing great today. So she will be a little farther along by next year. That is the plan for her. And then I have a few more things I am thinking of doing. Yes, yes. Am I going to keep up with all of these? I don't know. Like I said, the farther in on the plans, the less likely that I will get to them or continue on with them. I don't know, but this is my pie in the sky hopeful plans. I also want to do a 100 stitches a day project. Yes, I'm insane, but it could work. Who knows? And for that, I want to work on my word plays. I've done through, I think it's April, and I would like to get these finished. Contemplating that. I have everything in here. Yeah, I think April was the one I was planning on starting next. So there's that. And then, yes, I'm still going. if for some reason I feel like I haven't touched enough things. Now, some of these are just monthly. So, just a couple days in a month. And some are long term. So, if I feel like I need more variety, or I need to just touch more things, or I want to get more progress on things, I may do temperature stitching. I don't know. I have pulled out some projects that I will do if I do the temperature stitching, but I haven't yet decided if I am going to. But I'm prepared if I choose to. And the way I would do it is on Sunday I would just see what the forecasted numbers are for the temperatures, and then I would use the ones digit temperature for my stitching. And let me show you what I plan for those if I do this. And yeah, I don't know. So in the zeros digit, I am planning M Woods by My Lady's Needle. And there she is. My teeny tiny little piece. She's so wee. In any digit temperature that ends in 1. Pandemic by Long Dog. I don't think I need to show the whole thing. Here's where it is for me. Don't mind me. Don't know how to fold. At least I showed you the front that time, and not the back. It's all good, it's all good. Let me find my twos. It's way over there. In a temperature ending in 2, I would do Collectors by Autumn Lane. Fun, fun. Black thread is trying to escape, as black threads always do. 3, where do you live? One that ends in 3. I would pull out, where's the picture? There she is. Scary Sampler by Heartstring. There we go. If I get a temperature ending in 4, With Love by Modern Folk Embroidery. And that's where she stands. Where is it? There it is. Temperatures ending in 5. Castle by Cottage Garden Sampling. I have all 12 of the houses I've just started with Castle. And I am doing it all on one giant piece of gray. And that is where we start. I am doing them in a slightly different order than they were originally released because I wanted to do 12 and she released 13 of them. So I took out, I forget which one, and I've put together my own arrangement for those. Any digit, temperature ending in the digit 6. Plum Seed Samplers Spring Moon. And there we are. Oh, she's a little crunched. There we go. Fold her slightly differently this time. Temperatures ending in 7. I do not have a cover sheet photo of this one. This is The Odyssey by Quaternion. I said that the same way each of those times, and I still don't think that's right. Right. Or white. Right. Quaternion Creations. So that one. Temperatures ending in an 8. I will be pulling out, oh, where's the picture? Ah, the sewing chest of Sister Sailor Sarah Elliott. Let's see. Right now I'm working on this piece of it. And that's where that one is. And in any temperature that ends in 9, I would have The Moons by Kathy Barrick. And that is where that one is. As I said, do I actually plan on doing all of these all the time? I don't know. I mean, in a perfect world where we stitch like the wind and we never get tempted by new things, and yeah, in a perfect world, sure, I'd be able to do all of this. But I live in the real world and I don't know if that is true. Like I said, these are my plans. The temperature stitching is the least likely, but maybe on weeks that I can't focus on anything else, maybe that's what I'll pull out. I do not plan on doing, especially when I get to the temperature stitching, that every single week. I don't see that happening. But I have them in my plans so that on days that I have more time, or weeks that I have more time, that I can do those. And if I miss a week, I miss a week, and that is fine. I'm not going to stress that out. I'm not going to say that I'm behind. These are plans. Even my focus on a finish plans, those are focus on. Would I like to finish all of those? Sure. I mean, yeah, wouldn't that be fun? But if I don't finish a single one of them, but I make progress in all of them, that to me will have been successful. And I'm good with that. I'm good with success. We like success. If I end up getting all of them done, like I said, I will, if I get all of them done, then pull ones from each year again. And I do have, where is that? In my notes, somewhere, hiding from me, I have a list of projects and how I want to do them for each year. I don't know where I put them. I really don't. I'm now curious. Because those are those. Those are those. Ah, there they are. On that page. So, some of them are questionable. It's like from 2019, things that were started before I returned. First one I'm starting with is Nadens. If I finish all of those and I want to pull from my 2019 pre-2020 start, or pre-2020 whips, there's the word, my options would be M. Woods, Thriller, I Sign Not for Beauty, and Anne Grimshaw. Now, you've seen both M. Woods and Thriller. Those are higher on my list because they have more work on them. I Sign Not for Beauty and Anne Grimshaw hardly have any work on them at all. Another one from pre-2020 would be my Shadowing. I don't happen to have that one down because I don't, for whatever reason. I don't have a lot of whips that are left from 2020. I don't have a lot of whips that are left over from 2021. I don't have a lot of whips left over from 2023. So if I finish everything from a year, then, well, that's great. I don't have anything from that year anymore, and I just won't have that slot filled. And that is fine. But yeah, I have a whole list here. But those are at least my thoughts and my plans. Mainly, I will be focusing on the focus on a finish in the BAPs. And perhaps, and then the monthlies. That may be enough for me. Let's see if I can make it through June. It tends to be where I run out of steam with my plans. I think it was July this year, but you know, that's how it goes. Since I tend to run out of steam, that is actually why I did pull the temperature ones, because I'm hoping that will give me enough variety that if I'm getting bored with what I have going, I can throw in the temperature stitching and I will get some new pieces to play with. Does this mean this is the only stuff I'm going to be working on? Oh no. No. Those 12 starts, are those the only 12 starts I'm going to have in the entire year? No, I'll probably start. I know I'm starting some other things. I know I'm starting something in January that isn't even here yet. But it doesn't count for my new moon, new start because it isn't here yet. I won't get it until 2026, so therefore it doesn't count as my new moon, new start pieces. But those are my plans. If I will be working on a piece that you have, work on it with me. Cheer me on. I don't know. If you finished it, show it to me because motivation is a thing and I would like some. For the new moon, new starts, I know that some people were like, hey, I have that and I would love to start it with you. Well, at the beginning of this, I told you the months I was planning on starting things. And you have the date, you have the date and the month, so join me. Start it with me. It'll be fun. I will be pulling out 4 others, like I said, in the 4 slots that I have open. Don't know what those will be. Wanted to have some things open for myself, just for fun. And that is my 2026 plans, and I cannot believe we're talking about 2026 stitching plans. What? So weird. Those are my plans. I hope you're interested enough to follow me along in this next year of stitching, and I will see you all with 2026. Bye!